not. All right, so the admin is here. Admin, please make me host so that I can share my screen. All right, so about to get started. So please get your pen and paper and begin to take notes. All right, so let me open my slides and show you what we'll be discussing today. All right, so my name is MK Akan, and in today's class, I'll be talking to you about introduction to Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and the blockchain, right? I'm going to open your eyes to the things that are involved in this sector, in this space, and why you should be involved. First of all, let me tell you a little story about myself and how I got started in the cryptocurrency space. In 2015, I got an email from a stranger. Back then, I used to have a very popular blog called eCrowd.com. It's no more in existence. I used to run a blog in that some years back. It was a popular blog for the make money online space. So I got an email from somebody in 2015, and the person told me, Guy, there's a new technology, a new information that's available. You need to get involved with it. And since I didn't have information, like most people don't have, and most times we make decisions and make judgment on things without having proper information. So I just told the guy, no, that I'm not interested, that this thing could come and go. That was 2015. And all right, at that time, the price of Bitcoin was about $600 to $500. Right now, as I speak to you, the price of Bitcoin is about $54,000, right? Now, imagine if I had invested, if I had known what I know now that I'm about to share with you, I would have made a lot of money. So the point I'm trying to make with that story is this. Most times we lose because we don't have proper information. We make decisions and we discredit things without proper information. So what I want to do is just open your eyes to show you why you need to be involved, all right? So this is all about blockchain, Bitcoin, and how you can make millions with this new technology. I'm going to walk really fast. So I'm going to show you how you can make a lot of money with Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and the blockchain. All right, before I can discuss anything about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and all of that, let's start from the very basics. If you can understand the basics, you'll be able to understand what we're going to talk about. So let's talk about the power of disruption. Why we have blockchain, why we have Bitcoin, why do we have cryptocurrency? What is it doing? Now, the first thing you need to understand is this: in the world, for the last thousands of years, there's always been change. Many years ago, things were not like this, but people came up with change, different things that disrupted different sectors. All right, so change is powered by disruption. Anytime there is a new idea that improves a sector, people will gravitate towards it. Anytime a new idea, new technology makes things easier, makes things faster, people will always adopt that new idea, okay? That is something that is basic fact. And that's the reason why we have new technology, new ideas, and new innovation in every sector. So let's talk about the evolution of transportation. Let's understand how the disruption and change has come into transportation so you can understand what this is all about. So first of all, personal transportation. We used to have many thousands of years ago, people used to walk on their legs only. And then they started using animals. And then people invented bikes because they were faster and easier. Then we had the motorcycle. And then we had the cars in the 1920s by Henry Ford. Right now we have the electric cars. That's what we have now in this generation. And very soon we have cars that fly. People are always innovating, new ideas are always showing up. Let's talk about the public transportation. First of all, we had carriages, and then chariots, and then we started using the steam engine train, and then we started using buses, and we started using high-speed buses. Now we have high-speed trains, right? Talk about airplane and all of that. These are new ideas, new innovation. people are always improving lives and disrupting every space. That is for transportation. Another area where you find a lot of disruption is in the area of communication. There's always been disruption and evolution. First, it started with people painting on walls, caves, and then people started using animals, carrier pigeons, to go deliver messages. I'm sure if you watch movies, you will see a lot of this. People started using people on foot to run and deliver messages. And then came the printing press. People started producing paper and then use that to write letters, physical letters that were mailed to people. We have the telegram that also came too. And then the telephone was invented. And then we started having radio signal for radio. We had TV, right? Then the internet came and disrupted every form of communication. The internet killed the post office, all right? Because it was faster and better, people gravitated towards the internet. Now on the internet, we had emails, now we have social media. So we have stuff like Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, all of these are means of communication, very fast, very easy. That is why people are adopting it, all right? So that is how human beings are. And in every sector of the world, this has been happening again and again. Even in the area of money, all right? There is an evolution of money. First of all, we started doing trade by barter. People exchange goods for goods. And then we started using gold. Then we started creating special metals, coins, all right? And then we invented paper money, fiat. Then we started having plastic cards, Visa, MasterCard, and all of that. And then came PayPal and all of those other digital money. Right now, in this generation, the new technology that is new and faster and better is the cryptocurrencies that you'll be hearing about. It's the new technology, the new idea that people are now using and adopting. So if you understand that there's always change and people will always gravitate towards the thing that works better, you have an idea that this is the new thing that is here and it will not change. And this is here to stay. So let's talk a bit more about this new technology. Now, the technology behind cryptocurrency is called the blockchain technology. And that's the technology that makes everything about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency possible. For you to understand Bitcoin and crypto, you need to understand what blockchain technology is all about. Because for every new innovation, there is always a new technology backing it up, right? There's always a new technology helping it to move. So let's talk about the blockchain technology. But before I do that, let me remind you that anytime that there was a new innovation, people always fought it. When Henry Ford was manufacturing cars, those who were selling horses were laughing at him and telling him this thing will not work, all right? In fact, they were discrediting him. They were making a lot of statements about him. Right now, the cars are here and the horses are nowhere. Same thing with other innovations. People were saying things about the internet. People were saying things about radio. If you look at these newspaper clippings, people always talk about new technology. People were blaming the radio for different things, blaming the radio for a lot of evil things. So anytime there's a new technology, people complain, people will call it scam, people will call it all kinds of things. That's the same thing that people are saying about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, not knowing that they are repeating history. But that's by the way. So let's talk about the blockchain technology. For you to be able to understand the blockchain, please, can you mute your mic if you're just joining us, please, so that you don't disrupt the class. So let's talk about blockchain technology, because this is the new technology that is powering the cryptocurrency space, all right? For you to be able to understand blockchain, Bitcoin, and all of that, there are two things you have to understand, all right? I'm taking it step by step. Centralization and decentralization. So let's talk about those two things. Those two things are connected to the blockchain technology. So what is centralization? Centralization is simply a system of any kind of system where you have a centralized body, a middleman controlling things, all right? In every sector of human existence right now, we always have a central body doing everything. For the banks, for finances, we have banks. Banks are the central bodies, all right? If you want to send money to somebody, you're going to send it to a bank. So the bank is the central person. You cannot just send money to somebody. You have to send money to somebody's account in a bank. So the bank is a centralized body. We have central banks the fact the name is central bank that controls other banks. Okay? We have, even in different sectors. So let me show you some of the sectors. Even in the area of entertainment, if you want to download music right now, you need to go to some websites to download them. If you're a musician and you want to promote your music, you need to go to those websites to upload your music. For example, Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, Amazon, Google Music. Same thing with movies. If you want to watch a movie right now, you're going to use a centralized service called Netflix, maybe YouTube, maybe Hulu, and all of these things. These are centralized systems in this era. The internet has a lot of centralized systems. Every sector, hospital, banking, and all other areas of human existence now has centralized system. This system has its own errors and its own issues, all right? So let me talk about some of the issues that this system has. First of all, let's talk about even in terms of even our communication. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, these are all centralized systems. You cannot communicate with somebody until you join their network and you'll be able to communicate with people, all right? If you want to chat with somebody on Facebook, you need to join Facebook first. So Facebook is centralized. And recently, Facebook shut down and everybody was affected because it is centralized. It is one central thing, central server, so that everybody can only communicate if you pass through Facebook. These are some of the problems that we have with centralized systems, okay? Now, every sector has centralized systems. Insurance companies, you need to pay money to the insurance before you can do all of that. Pensions, all right, retail banking, commercial, these are all areas with centralized systems. Every area you can think about has a middleman, all right? And that has its own problems. So what are the problems with centralized systems? All right, centralized systems are companies, governments, and central banks. Compare that to another kind of system called decentralized systems, where there are no middlemen, all right? Everybody owns everything and no one owns it. So everybody is connected to everybody. In this picture, you can see centralized system is a middle person there. And in this decentralized system, you can see everybody is connected, all right? I'm going to show you how that is related to the blockchain technology, all right? So what are the problems of centralized systems? It is time where it can waste a lot of time. If you want to send money to somebody in the bank, the money has to go to the bank first, and then that can waste a lot of time. It's expensive. Because of the middleman, you're going to pay charges for sending the money, charges for someone to use the money, charges for maintenance, all manner of crap. This is the problem of the centralized system. And it's also insecure. For example, I heard during this issue that Facebook had a problem, some people were able to hack into the system because there's only one centralized system. So it's unsecured and there can be data leak. Recently, Facebook had that issue and we saw it live, that centralized systems have their issues, all right? So that is the problem of centralized system. The blockchain technology, which is a decentralized system, is here to solve this problem. So the blockchain is a technology that decentralizes everything. Instead of having central middlemen, it removes it, and that makes it powerful and it solves a lot of this problem. So how does the blockchain work? How is it decentralized? Let me show you. Decentralized systems have no middlemen. Because of that, it is cheaper and it is faster. Anyone on the network is connected to everybody. You don't need to go to a centralized server or system before you can reach the next person. Because of that, it is easier, it is faster, and there is no middleman. All right? I'll explain a lot of that to you. So it is peer-to-peer. When you can do something peer-to-peer, person-to-person, that is a decentralized system. And that's the kind of system that we have in the ecooperative Africa network. It's decentralized. You don't need to pay money to the company, pay money to somebody else, and then you'll be able to get access to whatever you're doing. So the whole idea of the decentralized system is not to have a middleman. You can deal with people directly without any issue. And the technology that makes that possible is called the blockchain technology. So in the decentralized system with blockchain, if you want to buy, if you want to get a loan, or if you want to put your money somewhere and use that to get a loan, you don't need a bank. You just use a decentralized banking system and put your money there. And that money is able, somebody else is able to come and loan that money from you without paying extra charges to the bank. You, as the person who loaned the money, you'll be able to get interest, and the person is also able to do what he wants to do. And there are no risks, you don't lose, all right? And it is cheap and easy, okay? That is one of the things that decentralized systems will do for you. Centralized systems require you having a lot of middlemen. If you want to buy a land, you need to have a lawyer, you need to have a bank. All of these people are in the middle, and they will increase the price of the transaction. Just imagine if you want to go and buy a land, or you want to buy something, and you can transact with the person without any middleman. And there's a system that is able to check that his land is legit, and also check that your money is legit. And that is done using the blockchain. So that reduces the middleman and all of that. That is why the blockchain is very powerful and is very useful. And that's why the world is jumping on it now. So you can do a lot of things with the blockchain technology, and I'm going to show you all of that. So the blockchain technology disrupts every sector of human existence. Any industry where you have middlemen will be disrupted by blockchain. Money is the first one that's being disrupted, but that's not all. It will disrupt communication. There will be new development, new apps that will be able to communicate with you without centralized systems. A lot of these sectors are already starting to blow up. All right. So blockchain disrupts every sector: financial, entertainment, e-commerce, communication, and anything you can think about. So the blockchain technology, the way it works is that everybody is connected. If you have a laptop, if you have a phone and you're connected to the network, everybody has access to the same information at the same time. So you cannot hack anybody's information. It's like when you're using Google Doc. If I open Google Doc and send it to you, whatever I'm working on will be appearing on your own side. If 10 people open a Google Doc while I'm working on it, everything I'm typing will appear on the Google Doc on the 10 phones. That's the same way the blockchain works. Everybody has access to the same data, the same information, so you cannot hack it. You cannot do anything terrible to it. It's not centralized, it is decentralized. So let's talk about a number of blockchains that you need to know. All right, number one, the very popular one is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is digital money. The second one is Ethereum. Ethereum is used to build decentralized applications, okay? We also have other ones like Ripple and IOTA. These are all different kinds of blockchains, solving different problems in different fields. This is a new technology and it is here to stay. So let's talk quickly about Bitcoin because it's a very popular one. So what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency, and it is purely a monetary cryptocurrency. It is used to make payments and receive payments without banks, without middlemen, and without all of that. It was first created by an unknown person that is called Nakamoto Satoshi, right? It is, we don't know if it is a person or an organization and all of that, but it was created in 2008, and it's the world's first cryptocurrency. Bitcoin allows online payment to be sent directly from one party to another anywhere in the world without going through any financial institution. If you want to send money right now from US to Nigeria, you're going to use either Western Union, MoneyGram, all of those things. Those guys will charge you crazy amount of money and they're going to waste time. But if you want to send money from somebody in the US to Nigeria with Bitcoin, you can do it almost instantly without any middleman. So that is solving a big problem for remittance and every other sector. So very important. So Bitcoin is a currency that you can use anywhere in the world. It's a currency that is not restricted by region. Every region has currency. Nigeria is Naira, US is dollar, Ghana is CD. Different countries have their own currency. But Bitcoin is a currency you can use anywhere. It has no limitation. You can use it to transact business anywhere in the world. It is the first currency that's not limited by anybody. It's not controlled by anybody. You can use it to do transactions and it is received, all right? Bitcoin is a new form of money that is completely digital. You can be used by anybody in the world. There are no dollars, there's no peso. It's truly decentralized and it's unique. And anybody can use it. I can buy something with it in China without converting it to the currency. I can buy something in the US with it, all of that. So it's very decentralized and very powerful. It is designed to let you can store it, you can send it, you can receive it, you can use it as money, and you don't need any of these banks to help you facilitate it. It is a pay-to-pay online currency. All transactions happen directly between equal independent network participants without the need for any middleman. That's the important thing here. So what are the benefits of Bitcoin with all you have learned so far? Anybody can buy it. You don't need to be a special person. You don't need to have millions to buy. Anybody can buy it. Anybody can use it as money. It's not controlled by government. It's not controlled by any company. Recently, the Nigerian government said they wanted to ban it, but they can't ban it. You can't, even the US, they can't ban it. You can't ban it because it's not in your control. It is purely a digital, decentralized kind of money. So Bitcoin is run by a community of users. As long as you have access to the internet and you plug into the network, you have become part of that network and you can do a lot of transactions. You cannot counterfeit Bitcoin, right? Not like other monies you can go and forge. This one you cannot counterfeit it. If you have it, you have it. If you don't have it, you don't have it, all right? It is decentralized, so you can receive, you can spend, and it's easier and faster to use. It is limited in supply. We only have 21 million Bitcoin in the world, 21 million Bitcoin for over 8 billion people, all right? That is why the price is increasing. I will explain that as we go ahead. 21 billion Bitcoin are available to people in the world only. So other benefit is that Bitcoin can be divided into 8 decimal points and it is secured, it cannot be hacked. So let me explain what I mean by it can be divided into 8 decimal points. If you have $1 is 100 cents. If you have 1 naira, it's 100 kobo. If you have 1 Bitcoin, you can divide it into 100 million Satoshis. 100 million Satoshis. Satoshi is the smaller unit of Bitcoin. Just like you have Naira and Kobo. Bitcoin, Satoshi, all right? So if you have 1 Bitcoin, that means you have 100 million Satoshis. If you have 0.1 Bitcoin, that means you have 10 million Satoshis. If you have 0.01 Bitcoin, it means you have 1 million Satoshis, and so forth and so forth. So 0.12664 Bitcoin is 1,264,400 Satoshis. And that is how you can use it. And you can spend it and you can store it, and it increases in price. So how do you make money with crypto generally and with Bitcoin? All right. So here's the truth. It is a simple formula. Buy low and sell high. All right. Buy it when the price is low, and you can sell it when the price is high. Apart from being action, it has increasing value because the more people buy it, the more it becomes valuable. All right. So let me explain that a bit. Many years ago, the price of Bitcoin was just a few dollars. But as the years go by, like we have it in 2021 right now, this is the price chart of Bitcoin. It is about $54,000 right now. If you bought it some years back and you kept it and didn't do anything with it, you would have made a lot of money. Investing in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency in general is like investing in real estate. If you know people who bought real estate property in Abuja 20 years ago, and compared to the price of what they're selling now, you will go crazy. Someone could buy a piece of land in Abuja for 5,000 naira in 1980. Right now, that person can sell that land for 5 billion. All right, that is how crazy it is with cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. The prices is increasing like crazy. All right, so the price of Bitcoin and different cryptocurrency are always going up yearly, and the reason why that happens is that there is demand, all right? There are only 21 million of them, and more people are coming into the space. So if you bought Bitcoin 5 years ago, on the 7th of August, 2016, the price was just $592, right? As when I made the presentation, the price was $43,000, but right now, the price of Bitcoin is $54,000 for one, all right? Compare that price to the price now. It's over, I don't know, I think it's up to 20, 1,000 times your money, all right? Or 100 times your money. Imagine if you invested 100,000 and you kept it for 5 years, multiply that by 100. That is a few millions. And then if you imagine that you are now using an exchange rate that is higher now in Nigeria, you can make it even double your money again on top of that. So it is crazy. So that's about, when I was doing this calculation, it was about 73x, but it's a lot more than that now. It's more than 73 times your money. So imagine how much you can make if you had invested 50K only. So if you had invested 50K in Bitcoin in 2016 and you held it till now, your Bitcoin will be worth about 3.65 million. And don't forget, when you're buying Bitcoin, you are buying it most times in dollars and you're changing it back in dollars. Imagine the exchange rate in Naira back then and the exchange rate in Naira now. Perhaps it is even double of this 3.6 million, right? So that is how people are making millions. And that is why this space is going crazy and why you should be involved in this space, okay? So if you had invested 50K, you would have made over 3.6 or more. So for the last 10 years, the price of Bitcoin has been increasing by over 200%. According to CNN Business, Bitcoin is the best investment of the decade, all right? A lot of people have agreed to. If you invested in Bitcoin for the last 10 years, you will make more than anything else. It's better than stocks, it's better than real estate, it's better than anything else. It has been shown, it has been seen, and it's there in the chat. So you can go and Google it. What is the best investment for this decade? And you'll see that it's Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in general. This is because the amount of money that you can make is insane, all right? So why does the price increase? It is because of higher demands. As more people enter the space, the price increases. Right now, only about 3% of the world is in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, only 3%. So I want you to imagine in the next 5 years, it is projected that 1 billion people will buy and use Bitcoin. What will happen to the price? It will increase because there's only 21 million of Bitcoin available. It is projected by 2025, the price of one Bitcoin will be $1 million for one. Now, if the price of Bitcoin right now is just $50,000, and the price in the next 5 years is $1 million, calculate how much you'll be able to make. Just calculate it. That's about maybe up to 100x. Calculate how much you'll be able to make. It's about 50x to 100x for whatever you're investing. So this is the best way if you want to save money for your children. If you want to give if you have money if you are someone that usually save money and you say, this is my child, okay, I want to put 50K as fixed deposit in the bank and leave it for the child for 10 years. This is the best investment you can do. Buy Bitcoin and keep for the child. When that child grows and that thing increases in price, it's going to be the best investment. It is better than buying right now. It's even better than buying real estate because it increases at that rate, all right? So these are the benefits of getting involved in this space. So demand and supply is the reason why people are making money in this space. And that's why the price is increasing like crazy. So the number of users right now in 2026 compared to the 2020 has double has increased. Right now, the price has even, the number of people inside have gone more. There are about 300 million people in the space, only 3% of the world. More people are coming in every day and they're buying the coins every day. So Bitcoin users, 100 million for a few years back. Right now it's over, like I said, over 300 million. So they say a few million people join Bitcoin and cryptocurrency every day. So this is a space that is growing. And this is something that I did last time I was making a presentation for a month. For a month, people were getting, these are different cryptocurrencies. And these numbers here is their increase in price. Some coins were doing 207% in 1 month. Some coins were doing 100% in 1 month. Some were doing a few other percent in 1 month. For this year alone, some coins have done 100 times. Not 100%, though, 100 times. So if you invested 50K, you make 50K times 100. So these are the crazy things that you can find in this space. You need to have the knowledge and the understanding of how it works for you to be able to appreciate what goes on here. Please, if you're just joining us, please mute your mic. And please, if you have any question, get ready to ask me. Just write them down, all right? A lot of countries accept Bitcoin. Recently, El Salvador is the first country to make Bitcoin legal tender. People use that Bitcoin in their country now as legal tender. The government approved it. Other countries are lining up to join. So in a few years' time, many countries will begin to use Bitcoin as legal tender. It is not going anywhere. So if you're thinking, it's just something that will come and go, it's not going anywhere. Do your research, and I'm here to open your eyes to the opportunities. All right? So it's estimated that over 100 million users are now getting drawn into Bitcoin, all right? This number is more than that now. It's about 200 million people, all right? So anytime the year goes by and people join, the price increases. So let's say right now, 300 million people are involved in the space, and you have $55,000 as the price. What do you think will happen to the price when we have 1 billion people in 2025 or 2024? It will go up. It's projected that it will go up to $1 million. What do you think will happen to the space when you have 3 billion people? The price will go up again. So the earlier you join and invest and keep your money, the more you will be able to make. And please, if you are joining this space, understand that you are an investor here. It's not something you just come in and make quick money just like that. Now, you can make a lot of money in Bitcoin, but you need to have the investor mindset. So you might need to wait a few months, a few years, and you're able to make money. When you buy real estate, you don't expect to make your millions the next day. You keep it to appreciate. Anybody who bought real estate in the past, 5 years, they didn't expect the money to become millions overnight. They allowed it to mature. The same thing is what I will advise you to have when you're having this mindset, when you're joining crypto, all right? Or you're buying Bitcoin. The same thing with Ethereum. The prices increases. Right now, Ethereum is not $600. It is right now, as I speak, $3,500 for one. In this year alone, it has done over 2x or 3x, all right? So as more people join in, as companies begin to buy, because companies are also joining in, companies are using their balance sheet to buy Bitcoin. Countries are buying Bitcoin. El Salvador bought over 700 pieces of Bitcoin. So this will make the price go up. And anybody who invests early will make it. When new technologies show up, it is those who take the risk. It is those who take action. When the internet came, those who were involved first are the ones that are making big money, right? So get involved, get knowledge, and invest, and you'll be glad you did. So in the long run, the value and prices of cryptocurrencies will increase. That is the point that I need you to know. In the long run, it will increase, okay? So crypto experts predict that about 2025, there will be 300 or so dollars. Some experts believe it will be $1 million, all right? And it will get to that amount because more people are joining the space. So let me also shock you. Nigeria is one of the #1 countries that are involved in cryptocurrencies. People like me and you are already involved. Nigeria is known in the world to be one of the top countries involved in cryptocurrency. That means you are not joining into it, but Nigerians are doing it and they are making millions. Your friends, your family, people who you know and you don't know are already making millions with crypto in Nigeria. So whether you join or not, it does not change the fact that people are making good money with it. People who invested and bought it 5 years ago are making crazy money. I've heard of people who invested in a coin called BNB. It was about $1 then. That coin right now is about 400 and something dollars. That is about 400 times their money. They just kept it for 3 years, for 4 years, and they're making 400 times. So imagine if you had invested even 100,000 naira back then, all right? And you multiply 100,000 times 400, that's 40 million. Now think about the exchange rate then and now. That could be easily 80 million. You just make money by investing and waiting, all right? So know that this works, know that this is here to stay, get knowledge. Please, if you're just joining us, please mute your mic so that we can go ahead. So the rate of adoption and the rate of growth of cryptocurrency is even higher than the internet, when the internet came, from the statistics that we gather. So it is moving fast. because it's disrupting every sector. Get involved, get in. Please, if you just join us, please mute your mic, mute your mic. Right now, these are some statistics I want you to know. There are over 14,000 Bitcoin ATMs all over the world. Right now, that number is over 20,000 Bitcoin ATMs, all right? So the number is increasing in crazy amounts because of the interest people have. Nigeria was the leading country. Please, if you're just joining us, mute your mic so you don't distract us. Nigeria was the leading country for cryptocurrency in 2020. Nigeria is one of the leading. So if you're not doing it, people are doing it and they're doing well. The only thing is get the proper knowledge, get the proper mentors and know what you're doing, okay? Okay, so between 2012 and March 2021, Bitcoin has grown by 250,000%. Let me read that again. Between 2012 and 2021, Bitcoin has grown by 250,000%. Please, if you're just joining us, can you mute your mic, please? Please, who is that to mute his mic, please? All right, so between 2012 and 2021, Bitcoin has done 250%. So if you had bought Bitcoin in 2010, 2012, and you kept it, the amount of money you would have made now is crazy, okay? So this is the adoption curve. Right now, we are at the very early stages. So you are not late. Some people say, is it too late? Now the price is $54,000. Is it late? No. What would you say when the price is now $1 million? Compare $54,000 to $1 million. Is it late? It's not. When you compare the price. So if you buy now and keep it and don't touch it for 5 years, you'll be able to make 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, perhaps 100 times your money. And there are many other cryptocurrencies apart from Bitcoin that can give you gains as that high, okay? So it is projected that we'll have 1 billion users in 2025. That is the idea. In 2030, we'll have over maybe 2 billion, 3 billion people, and now increasing the price of Bitcoin, all right? So this is just my training for you today to open your eyes to the reality. Stop thinking that it's a scam. Stop thinking it's Ponzi. Stop thinking that it will disappear. All right. Stop thinking people will run away with your money. Blockchain, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. Companies are adopting it. Governments are adopting it. It will become part of our lives. Just like when we were hearing about the internet some years back, it seemed like something that would just come and go. But now the internet is part of our everyday life. In a few years' time, Bitcoin, the blockchain, cryptocurrency will be part of our everyday life, right? Even Nigeria, who we think will ban crypto, they're about to do their own digital currency called CBDC. Different countries are doing it. So they are beginning to see that there's no way they need to embrace this. Second thing I want you to know is this. Blockchain, Bitcoin, and cryptocurrency will change the world. It's already changing the world, disrupting every part of the world. And as it's disrupting these spaces, people are adopting it and using it. Learn and invest in the blockchain, cryptocurrency, and Bitcoin will make millions. As simple as that. People who invested 5 years ago have made crazy monies. People who will invest this year, wait for 5 years, will make crazy money. So it's up to you whether you want to wait and see somebody who is going to be living large from crypto money, or you're going to be regretting and saying, wow, I wish I had invested, right? So you are still early. So go ahead and learn, go ahead and get information, invest in cryptocurrency projects, invest in Bitcoin, get the knowledge, very important, get the knowledge, all right? So I'm going to show you where you can get knowledge. I can help you, give you a lot more information about how to get started. But for now, before I show you what you can do, I want to get your questions. So first of all, let me know, have you learned anything today? Have your eyes been open to the opportunities? Does this make sense? Let me know, first of all, if I've been able to open your eyes to the opportunities, and then let me know if you have questions that I can immediately answer for you. So go ahead and type in the chat. Let me, have you learned something? Have I opened your eyes? And let me know if this makes sense. I'm very passionate about this space because I made the mistake of not getting in early when it was even much early. And I've always been regretting. So I'm very, very passionate about it, and I don't want anybody to miss. I always try to do a lot of things. I always try to do a lot of things to push people into this space because it's life-changing. So I'm seeing a question here by somebody. What's the difference between blockchain and cryptocurrency? Blockchain is the technology, all right, that helps you with something called immutable distributed ledger system. It's a system where information is distributed to everybody and cannot be deleted, okay? That blockchain is what powers cryptocurrency. Blockchain is not exactly cryptocurrency, but it's a technology powering the cryptocurrency space. With blockchain, you can do other things. You can use blockchain for doing buying and selling of products. There's something called NFTs. It's using blockchain. So cryptocurrency is only a part of the blockchain. You can use blockchain to do elections because you don't delete everything. Everybody registers. The information is with everybody. Those who vote, you see. Those who didn't vote, you see. Everything is there, and the elections result will come in immediately, instantly. Okay, so it is different. The blockchain technology is what powers cryptocurrency. I hope that is understood. Does anybody have any other question? Okay, somebody is saying, apart from Bitcoin, are there other cheaper cryptocurrencies that we can buy and watch them grow now that Bitcoin is high? Now, the first thing I want you to understand is this. You don't buy cryptocurrency because the price is, not because the price is tiny, okay? Let me explain that. Now, you want to buy it when the price is cheap. Okay, let me put it this way. You don't want to spend money on cryptocurrencies that don't have any use. Very important. It doesn't matter the price. If the cryptocurrency does not have use case, don't buy it. I don't care if it is 0.00001 cent. The reason people lose money is when they want to go and buy all those kind of coins. They go and buy Dogecoin, Shiba Inu. They go and buy coins that have no use, that are very, 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 very cheap. Those coins are scam coins. A lot of them are scam coins because the cryptocurrency space is very new. A lot of people are just going there to scam people. That's why you need to have knowledge before you invest. Please don't go and buy a coin that is $0.00001, all right? Or you lose your money. Make sure you buy projects, cryptocurrency and blockchain projects that make sense. Buy blockchains, buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, buy Cardano, buy Solana, buy Terra Luna, buy Polkadot, buy different cryptocurrencies that have use, all right? These are some of them I've mentioned to you. These are the ones that have use cases, all right? Not just anyone because you think the price is cheap, okay? Like I mentioned before, if something is $50,000 now, and you can buy, and it's going to become $1 million later on, that means it's not cheap. Now, another thing you need to know is this. Because you can break cryptocurrency into different parts, you can start with 10,000. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin is $50,000. You can buy $10 worth of Bitcoin. It doesn't mean you have to spend $50,000 to buy Bitcoin. No, you can buy bits. I think I told you that you can divide it. So you can buy 0.001 Bitcoin and you pay 10,000. So with as low as 10,000 Naira, you can start investing in cryptocurrency. You don't need to have millions of money. And that's why it is very useful and powerful. Unlike real estate and other kinds of businesses, you need to have huge capital. But with cryptocurrency, with Bitcoin, you can start with as low as 20,000. You can start with as low as 10,000. Every month, just buy it with your salary of 10,000. If you have a salary that you make and you just say, I'll be using 10% of my salary to buy Bitcoin for the next 5 years, you can do that. Every month you spend 10K, you buy Bitcoin. And that is going to grow along with you and all of that. So don't be scared about the price. You can buy it in bits. Anything that is available can be bought in bits. Don't buy cryptocurrency because the price looks good. Buy it because it makes sense. Somebody's asking if Bitcoin and BitNop are the same. No, BitNop is a company that helps you to transact with Bitcoin. You can use them to buy Bitcoin. You can use them to store Bitcoin. You can use them to send money to people. People are now building new technology on top of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So BitNob is a new service created by some smart Nigerians and some Ghanaians who we are partnering with, and we're using it to receive money. All right. Like I told you, cryptocurrency, you can send money to anybody. And that's why we're using it, so that you can use it to get money from your prospects in everywhere, anywhere in the world. And they can be part of our program, our eCooperative Africa program. All right. So somebody's saying it makes a lot of sense. Thank you for the encouragement. All right. So if you have any other question, let me know. But if you want to get some more information, I'm going to drop a link for you to go and get some more information. All right. If you want to learn more about cryptocurrency, because it's very important. Don't just hear it and say, okay, I know that this thing works. Let me just go and buy. If you go and buy without knowing what to do, you are going to lose money. I don't want you to lose money. So I'm going to show you how you can learn about this space. Okay. So I just posted a link for everybody to go. Click that link, go to that page, read about it. If you're interested, you can reach out to me. That's totally fine. All right. So you can go to the chat box and look at what you need to do. So if you have any other question, let me know, because our time is far spent. If you have any other question concerning Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, how to get started, anything at all about what I taught, let me know. So last question I have for you. If you were saying that you are not interested, are you now interested in getting involved with cryptocurrency? Say yes in the chat box if you are going to start thinking about investing in crypto after this class that we have had today. Let me know if you're going to be interested, and you will get some more information and start investing if you are just heard what I taught you today. All right, that's awesome. That is the goal for the class today, just to open your eyes, because many times we lose opportunities because of lack of information. You will lose opportunity because of lack of information. If I had known what I know now in 2015, wow, I would have been buying Bitcoin every month. Every small money I had, I would have been buying it. By now, I would have done so much for myself. So information is key, information is power, and that is why the eCooperative platform is very, very valuable. We are here to share useful information and help you. Thank you that you are able to see the light. Please don't just listen to the information and shut it down. Because if you do, in the next 5 years, you are going to be regretting like me. I am regretting that I didn't take action in 2015. Take action now. Go to the page I showed you. All right, get that information, join me. All right. And if you have any other person that can show you, make sure you go to the right people. But of course, I can help you out. That is the page to go get information. Somebody says, what about Tron? Tron is a blockchain that also works, but I think they had a bad name issue. There was a problem with their network or with their crypto and gave it a bad name. It's still existing, it still works, but I've not really heard a lot of good news about their blockchain because of the problem that the founder had. Okay, so you don't just want to buy. I know that Tron is very cheap. You don't want, like I keep saying, it's not about it. Don't go and buy something that is very cheap but very low but useless. Buy something that whether it's low or high is useful, and you know that the prospect of it growing in price is there. All right. I don't know lithium. I don't know about lithium. I don't know about lithium. There's so many. There are over 9,000 cryptocurrencies. I can't know all of it. I only focus on projects that I know make sense. I focus on projects that I know have prospects. I focus on projects that I know will grow. Right. According to the reports, over 90% of what we have as cryptocurrencies today will not exist in a few years' time. That is why you need to invest in proper projects. Invest in proper projects. Don't just go and buy something because it is bloody cheap. All right. Somebody's asking for my contact, so let me just put that number out there. Okay, so we are almost done for the day. If you want to contact me, that's my number. You can use WhatsApp. But better still, just go to that sales page. You will see my contact on that sales page. You'll be able to see all of that. And on that sales page, I'll show you how you can get $10 worth of Bitcoin. I will give you one $10 worth of Bitcoin So just go to that page, click on it and read it. All right, so if there is no other question, I think I will soon shut down. Any other last questions before I close it for the day? All right, so I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for always coming here to learn. Those who spend their time getting information are always ahead of those who don't. Right now, you have information that almost 3/4 of people in Nigeria don't have. So I don't want you to just have this information and go and sleep. Go, if you want to do some research, go ahead, do some more research. If you want to read some more blogs, if you want to go on YouTube to learn more, fine. If you want to reach out to me to learn more, my number is there, still fine. If you want to get started, click the link that I just sent to you and go and read it, get some more information. I explain a lot more on that page and you'll be able to get started. All right. Once again, thank you for being here and I remain MK Akan. Thank you and do have a wonderful night. Tomorrow, I will take this further and explain a few other things, talk about a few other cryptocurrencies and show you a few things you need to know that will make you make a lot of money in this space. Talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night rest. Bye-bye.